Hey, what's up my YouTube family? It's your man DJ Roxy from Roxy Entertainment coming to you with another video. In today's video we have the legendary SP1200 that we're doing some TLC. We're gonna be cleaning the faders. And when I mean cleaning the faders, I don't mean like spraying stuff from the top. Sometimes that causes more damage than help, especially if you spray the wrong thing in these faders. Now in this video I'm gonna take you step by step on how to take apart the faders and cleaning them. So also guys, if you want to know how to change your pad sensors or your pads on your SP1200, I have a video. I'm gonna leave the link for that video below so you could check that out if you want to know how to change your pads. I mean, this is an older machine. So you have to take care of this machine, and there's some maintenance that need to be done to these machines. So today I'm gonna help you out with your faders. I know a lot of people have problem with the faders not operating good, or very stuck or not smooth enough. So I'm gonna show you how to get your faders back to brand new again. Also, if you want to repair your fader, I mean, like, if you try to clean these and it doesn't work, well, I recommend changing your faders out. I have these brand new faders. They are not the original, but it's a great replacement. I have them on eBay, so you could check them out. Which I'm gonna take you, show you, little tips on how to change these faders out. It's a little more work than cleaning them. But I'm gonna take you through that journey. So stay tuned, don't go nowhere, and let's begin with a tutorial. Alright guys, so before we begin with the tutorial, you're gonna need a Phillips screwdriver. You're gonna need a toothbrush. Do not use your personal toothbrush. A long nose pliers. They have to be a long nose, make your job a lot easier to do this. Definitely you're gonna need some grease. I'm gonna leave the information on this grease, where you can get it from. You can get it from Amazon. It's a great grease for faders. You're gonna need a soldering gun or soldering stick. Also you're gonna need some contact cleaner. So definitely we're gonna start with that. Alright, so the first thing we want to do, we have 3 screws. You want to go ahead and remove these 3 screws. Put this on the side. Then you want to flip the unit. And you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that need to be removed. These screws are for the floppy. These you can leave them in. After you remove the screws, what you want to do is gently flip the unit again. The top is free to come off. You're going to meet a ribbon cable right in the front. You can plug it out from the motherboard here, or you can plug it out from inside. It has 2 clips. If you want to go ahead and remove these clips, just push the clips back, and this is free. Now next, you're gonna meet this long wire. You're gonna remove it from right here. Alright, so let me show you the clips that need to be removed. When you have this to the bottom, you're gonna remove these 2 clips. Alright, so this is not what we are working on, but if you have this part, you can go ahead and spray this with some air compression just to get the dust out if you have any dust on yours. Alright, so let me give you a tip if you want to replace your faders. So there are some screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws. This motherboard would be free from the plastic shell, and then you can remove the silver protection from the front. And each fader has 2 screws, but before you remove those screws, all these contacts need to be desoldered before these faders could be removed. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to clean these faders. All right, the first thing you want to do is desolder this wire right here. There are 3 wires for each fader, but the wire that you're concerned about right now is this wire right here. We're going to remove this wire from right here. You can leave these 2. You don't have to take them off. Bear in mind, these wires are very sensitive, so be careful with these wires. When you put in heat on these wires, they tend to kind of, get destroyed. So be careful with these wires. So make sure you get your soldering gun. And just pull this back. Easy as that. All right, our very next step is going to be pushing this clip back. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clips. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, it's a perfect time to subscribe to this channel for repair videos, beats, information, and everything regarding music, DJ equipment, and DJ reviews. All right, so once you get all the clips open up, this is free to push back. Now once you have this push back, this is what we are cleaning. We're cleaning 2 parts of this. All right, we're going to be taking a cleaning contact. Clean this out. Gently clean this out. All right, hope you can see that. That's a lot cleaner. Next, you want to remove the fader cap. So you can get to the stem. So now this is what you're going to be cleaning as well. Hope you can see that. So you're going to take your brush and take some spray. And you're going to gently clean these contacts. Hope you can see that. You're going to gently clean these contacts. Sometimes this can be really dirty. Now, if your contacts are broken, then you will have to replace the fader. So, I just show you the process on how to change the fader so you can go ahead and do that. It's a longer process. You're going to need to desolder all these contacts from the fader and all that stuff. Our next step is going to be putting some grease. So you're going to get a small screwdriver or a small Phillips screwdriver, and then grease the fader inside. So you're going to take your grease and grease the fader inside. Don't overdo it with the grease inside because grease sometimes can attract dirt. So you just want to put enough just that the fader can be really smooth. Now you want to take a little bit of the grease and just barely, swipe some grease on that contact. And this will make your fader very smooth. You want to take a little bit of that. Also, if you want to go ahead and clean this out, you can push this up. You can push this up and clean this out. Sometimes all the dirt accumulates right on top of that. So you're going to go ahead and clean that out. You can take this out just like this. Push it back in. Could only go one way, so do not worry. Now the fader have to be in a specific way. So this fader goes in like this. The contacts just like this, the teeth up towards that way. Hope you can see that. And just push it in there. All right. Once you push that in there, you can just bring it back down. Next, you put this back how it was. And next you want to do is take your long nose pliers and carefully, this is the more crucial part of this job, very risky, and push the clips back. You want to go ahead and push the clip back. I try to squeeze them in as much as my pliers can go. Hope you can see that. And just push these in. Make sure they're nice and tight. Like I said, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So make sure you don't leave out any of those. All right, so once we get all the clips in, just make sure that they're in tight. So just push them in. When you're pushing this in, just make sure you put your hand underneath that plastic part, so you don't put too much pressure on the fader and on the board. Next, what you want to do is solder this wire back again. So we're going to go ahead and solder back that wire. So we're going to solder back this wire. Just make sure that this is hot enough. So the wire, it has a hole in the fader that the wire need to come through. So make sure that the wire come through that hole. Once you get that done, our next step is to get some soldering wire and resolder that wire. All right, so you know the only downside to this is your wires can melt off. These are older wires. If it does get really bad, you can get another piece of wire of that same gauge, and just solder a new wire into that. If it's not as bad, just get some tape and just like black tape and just tape the wire right here. But it's something that it's gonna happen because of the heat and how old the wire is. So you wanna go ahead and replace the wire if it gets really bad. You don't wanna leave it out just like that. But this is how you clean your faders out. The proper way to clean your faders out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do the rest 7 faders. I highly recommend that you record yourself doing this job. Especially if you have no experience in these machines. I take no responsibility. You're doing this on your own risk. If you need help, you can leave your comments below. If you need these faders, if you need new faders, I have this on eBay. So you can go ahead. I'm gonna leave a link for these faders on eBay, so you can go ahead and purchase these faders. It's like I said, it's not the original faders, but it work just as good as these. This is your man DJ Roxy. Let me go ahead and finish this off and we can close off this video. Alright, we're gonna put everything back together. Like I said, you want to put your clip in there. Make sure it's nice and firm. You're supposed to hear that clip when you push it in. If not, you could give it a little help. This cable can go back. It can only go one way. And gently put this back. We want to go ahead and flip the unit and put the screws back. Don't forget your 3 screws that goes in the back. What you can do too is look at your screws, and the best looking screws that you have, you put them in the back, because these are the ones that's going to be visible all the time on these machines. Alright, see how smooth that is? It's like brand new again. They're very smooth. And I already tested them out, so they work perfectly. So, alright guys, so there you had it, how to properly clean the faders out on your SP1200. I hope this video helped any of you guys out there who was brave enough to go through this process. For me, if you can clean these faders out, the original faders, if you have the original faders still on your SP1200, if you can clean them out, you know, it will even be better than replacing the faders. But if that little piece that I show you is broken off, then the fader is officially dead. It's nothing you could do about it. But try to keep your original faders in as long as you can. And this is one way to really clean your faders out and have them good for a long time. I do not recommend spraying stuff into these faders. Sometimes you spray contact cleaner into these faders and you just cause more damage, because what happened with contact cleaner, it kills the grease in the fader. So that's why you're gonna get a rough fader movement if you try to clean them without putting the grease inside of the fader. So make sure you take the proper steps on how to officially properly clean your faders out. Hope this video helped any of you guys out there. It's your man DJ Roxy. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, it's a perfect time to hit that subscribe button. The least you can do to help this channel out is subscribing to this channel. I would like to thank all my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like I said, subscribe. It's your man DJ Roxy. Until next time.
Look at you, look
Peace
at
out.
Me, looking rough like we really took a beat back. Oh, look at you, look at me, man. Looking rough like we really took a beat back. Oh, look at you, look at me, man. Looking rough like we really took a beat back. Oh, look at you.